Guys, what is going on? I'm Aaron. The goal is 83K by 18. I'm 16 and I have 844 days left. Currently at 250 a month. So we got a journey ahead of us. Anyway, intro aside, just getting into it now. Um, what I did yesterday. Yesterday I worked a bit on the sales process. That sales recipe, I mean, come on, that was kind of a cool idea. I'll just be honest about that. That was good. Really helps me lay out a checkbox of all the steps to follow and make sure like I can cross off each one. I'll probably print it off the document, and that way, as I do these different trial runs with business owners and different projects, I'll go ahead and like cross off the box for the step I'm at for the different areas, like on a hard copy piece of paper, maybe digital, but either way, that's pretty sweet. Just really been having some good ideas lately. I was continued to do working on website building and SEO. And then yesterday I worked a bit on the 12-week year. Oh man, I'm just loving the 12-week year. I'm so excited because I'm going to finally be able to use the 12-week year on something because the 12-week year it's an execution system. So you need something to execute on, okay? And what I'm going to execute on is now digital real estate, i.e. Nick Wood, i.e. rent then rank, okay? So really exciting stuff there. Today, what I did, once again, worked a little bit on website building, SEO. That's absolutely not needle moving. I will admit that. That's really for down the future. I mean, it does have value. It's just a lower value activity. I'll just be honest about that because I'm not at that stage that there's other higher value activities and that get me closer to my goal, right? So even on that, a quick note, thoughts on like what is needle moving or high value activity? That's usually the term, or high value tactics. That's the term they usually use in 12-week year. And so you ask like, what is that? And just kind of been thinking about that in my head, about what that looks like. And it looks like I heard one guy say it's the thing that makes you the most money the fastest, right? Or in the context of the 12-week year, I guess in general, it's what thing what thing gets you closer to your goals in the fastest way or in the biggest way. Um, so that's a good one. In the context of the 12-week year, you have your goal and then you have your tactics, the actions you will take to hit your goal or your goals. So moving the needle is your high value activities, right? It's kind of like the Eisenhower matrix. I really like that. It helps bring some clarity about the Eisenhower matrix. I mean that's pretty sweet. It's where it's at. Really, yeah. So guys, you got to focus on what moves you forward. Like if you did not move forward um, today, then you didn't move forward. Like, and you just gotta be real about that sometimes. Like I totally agree with positive thinking, fail forward, but like also at the same point, like pair that mentality, which is very helpful at times. Like helps you to not get depressed. Which when I get depressed or anxious, I get like just sluggish and just like really in a bad mood. I'm not as creative or excited. Um, but you gotta do things that actually move you forward. So that's important. And then, but yeah, so today, and then today, I'm really excited, guys. 12-week year participant workbook. Come on. I mean, guys, I have and once again, this in itself doesn't get me, is not directly linked to getting me closer to my, well, it depends on how you think about it, I guess. Like, this doesn't make me money. I could do this 10 times and this doesn't make me money. I could do 10 sales calls and that's what could make me money, right? I guess that's the difference. Like, this helps me though. So this is important though because it helps me do the sales calls. So it directly supports the things that make me the money, but it is not the thing that makes me the money. I'm going to write that down. That's actually really good. Guys, I just like when you get clarity on different concepts or ideas, things that you can hold on to or pull out in like your mental toolbox or your implementation toolbox or just something like that really helps. Um, so so it's still valuable. I'm still doing it. I totally. am going to continue like reference this and continue to build this out and really use the 12-week year for the rest of my life, especially though for this, for business and especially now for this current time. But so 12-week year, some things, some things support active tactics or actions that make you money or move you closer to your goals. Because of course, not all your goals are money. It could be weight loss. Like I guess in the context of weight loss, obviously the thing that moves the needle for your weight loss is exercising and or well and so that could be one that moves the needle. Eating a good meal could be one that moves the needle. But maybe going to the store is not something that moves. Like you could go to the store 10 times, a million times, but it doesn't. And when I say eat a meal, like eat a good meal, eat a healthy meal, right? Maybe only have 1,200 calories, 1,500 calories for that day. But, and then in the context of things that support the things that move the needle, the going to the store and getting the groceries for that, obviously you got to do that. Like that's needed. But that in itself is not the high value activity. Because I guess how you can define it, if you did it over and over, if you did it over and over, would you get closer to your goals? And once again, obviously, um, obviously, it's not like, yeah, you can't just eat if you have no food. Like you got to go and get the food, right? Um, so that's still valuable, but it's not. It's, I guess, a supportive needle mover. So maybe the needle preparer. That's a good way to think about it. Man, this video is going long. This is a good one though. Um, so defining valuable yet non-needle moving activities. Tivit. All right, bingo. That's really good. And another. Okay, that's great. Some things I gotta remember when talking is to slow down and to speak more clearly. So these videos are helping with that. Okay, yeah, we got to move on. Okay, but this is just really helpful. Because guys, I mean, Hormozy didn't invent it, but he was the first one for me to, well, at least I don't, not, anyway, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well, but so many things just aren't worth doing. Like, that's it. So good. And then I would say that the things you have to do, because you have to do it, perhaps because there's some loss in some way if you don't, it in itself is not worth doing because it doesn't move you closer to your goals from where you are now. It just um, sustains where you're at or protects where you're at, which is still valuable, of course. But that's not, yeah, that's not needle moving. And then those things you have to do, like I would say, like almost breeze through it as fast as you can. Of course, there's different contexts, obviously, um, and different situations like taxes, right? But anyway, okay, we gotta move on. I'm really excited about the 12-week year, guys. I got my goals out and all. I know exactly what I need to do. The goal is going to be 10K a month profit in new business, 10K a month profit by the end of the 12 weeks. I'm going to start, the start date is going to hopefully be in the next couple of days, sometime this week, once I get my own card, debit or credit. Anyway, so the goal is 10K a month. I'm just going to quickly tell you what I need to do, right? Get my little pen here, Need two closes. And I'm by the way, I'm um, I'm buffering here. So two close, that's the pace. I only need 14 closes, really less than 14 closes of 1,500 a month at 50% profit each, to get 10K a month profit at the end of the 12 weeks. But I'm just getting some buffer um, factorizing in here. Two closes weekly. That means I need to two. Guys, you just reverse engineer. See what your end goal is. I want to hit 10K. Well, what do I need you to do 10K? Well, I really need like 1.25 closes a week, but I'm saying two. So need two closes a week, right? Factor in loss, mistakes, delays, all that sort of stuff. Plus, I think I'm in the pace, and why not? I think I can do it anyway. We'll see. Two closes, okay? How do you get to two closes? You need to do 2 to 6 Zoom closes, okay? And you do that weekly. Well, how do you get to being in a position to do 2 to 6 Zoom closes a week? Well, you need to do 6 to 8 live transfers a week, okay? Well, how do you get in a position where you do 2 to 6 live transfers? Um, you need to run ads, number one. Well, actually, I think I need to flip this. After Zoom call, you need to have, well, yeah, live transfer have sent leads. That's part of the setup. And then how do you get to the live transfers though? Well, there's just the two things. You need to have cold called. I'm right now listing 2 to 60 just because so many times they don't answer and all that sort of stuff. 2 to 60 ad campaigns. We're saying six. That way I'll be able to have one that we can factor in falling off, but we'll start the ad campaigns bi-weekly. I might actually do 3 weekly. We'll see. Anyway, and then that would mean I need to. How do you get to the ad campaigns? Well, I need to do 6 due diligence projects, guys. That's it. Literally, one, two, three, four, five, six tactics. Close the deals. Zoom closes. Really, close the deals is actually like probably more of a goal, but close deals. Zoom closes. Live transfers. Cold calls. Ad campaigns. Projects, guys. Come on. That's it. I mean, and the ad campaigns, I mean, come on, that's not even a thing. Like, that takes 2 minutes. I did forget to put prospect list building in there, but once again, that takes 2 minutes. I mean, I could probably have one of my family members do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, guys. The main thing, really, is the due diligence. I mean, cold calling is not even that big of a deal anymore. I'm just like, not that big of a deal. So, due diligence, yeah, I mean, cold calling ish, like half a finger. Due diligence, cold calling, the live transfers, and the Zoom. Like, those are the four main things. Because the live transfers, you just got to keep up with them. Just when they come in, you answer them, no big deal. Had a lead that came in today. Wasn't a lead actually, but I answered it. I was excited. I followed the scripts. It wasn't an actual lead wrong number, but nonetheless, like just by me doing that, I mean, like I did it. Like put in the rep. It was good. Getting better. Anyway, gotta wrap this up. Tomorrow, what am I gonna do? Um, the goal tomorrow is, man, I really need that credit card. Oh, my business partner, he's going to launch the ad projects tomorrow. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. 5 new projects, guys. Come on. Start getting leads starting tomorrow up to a couple days. And then I'll be able to follow the scripts. Follow the scripts, guys. Just follow the process. Sales recipe, Nick. Oh, guys. I mean, I guess I can close with this. Yeah, I guess tomorrow I'm going to put a break on the website deals stuff and the SEO. It's good to get that perspective so I can even just have that confidence when even communicating with business owners. Like, guys, this stuff works. I understand now A to Z. Thank you, Nick and Guy. Um, one second. I do need to like. It's not going to be perfect. I may not hit that goal, 10K month, in a 12-week year span. I think I will. Guys, because by the way, I wasn't even factoring the stuff with Guy. You know what I'm saying? And the goal with Guy is we're going to be running like at least 10 projects a month. We're assuming we can close 7 a month. So it's like 5 projects every 14 days. Means we're closing 3.5 every 14 days, which should be enough of a sales cycle, right? Even if a couple of business owners fall off during the trial run, even if they fall off during the Zoom, right? So, anyway, guys, I'm just so excited. And that's another thing. I need to, number one, I can kind of start to feel a lot of pride coming up. Got to keep that in mind just with how everything's going. I haven't even done anything. Guys, I'm at 250 a month, and that's really shaky, honestly. Like, dude, I don't think he answers the phone calls. This business owner. Anyway. It's still a major success, even if he cancels tomorrow. But just got to keep in mind, like, I got to be grateful for what's going on. I have been very, definitely don't believe in luck, but I've been very fortunate. Um, like, just blessed by God. And I'm not going to abuse it though. I don't want to have to set this up, money and success as an idol. That's absolutely not going to bring me happiness in the end. So that's just a good reminder that, yeah, I am not my own. And if it is the case where God wants me to halt it this at tonight or tomorrow, well then I would do that. What the best thing for me would be to do that. I would pre-commit right now. Um, anyway, but we'll see. Right now, once again, unbelievable amount of favor. I'll probably make a video one of these days about just how everything has been so. Guys, we've actually hit some like major problems, and it's still been. I'm only 16. Just everything's been lining up so perfectly, and we're really about to finally scale this thing, guys. It's that whole ice cube doesn't melt. It's at 29 degrees, doesn't melt, goes up to 30 degrees, doesn't melt, 31 degrees, doesn't melt. And then when it hits 32 degrees, I think that's when it starts melting. It might be 33. We'll say 32. Once it hits the 32nd degree, that's when it changes everything. Same units of change, but such a drastically different result. That's what's going to happen here. Me reaching out to my business partner in September. Oh, those texts are going to be. Oh, I'm framing those things once we get to 10K. Um, but it's been leading up, and I've made over 1,200 so far, which is nice. But guys, so got to keep that in perspective. Really grateful for everything that's happened. Got to stay humble, um, but focus. Do the things that move, that get you closer to your goals. Know what you want. Know how to get there. No. Identify what you want. Lay out how you're going to get there. Do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. And guys, like, by the way, that whole vision thing, game changer. By me committing like that, and now even publicly, like the heartaches or the pains or the problems that a little bit occurs. Like I've been doing a lot of prep work, but even when it starts to get uncomfortable and things and mistakes on my end, unfortunate things happen with business owners, whether they're dishonest or just accidents or things like that. Like, yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna like it's the emotional cycle of change. Man, I've been all up and down that thing, right? But having the vision, like I want to do this. Like this is literally what gets me there. I can literally see it. It's so clear. The one goal, the six tactics. The business model, the business model, next process, doing it. And then the third part of doing it, that's where the 12-week year comes in. Guys, I'm just like, it's almost like a dream right now. We'll see where this heads. Guys, even if it takes twice as long for me to hit that goal, like, come on. Like, yeah, things are still going really good. Anyway, leave you guys with that. And I need to have some sort of a sign off. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, take care and God bless.